is great. Everything is grand. I got the whole wide world in the palm of my hand.
Everything is perfect. It's falling into place. I can't seem to wipe this smile off my face.
Life's a happy song, and there's someone by my side to sing along.
Hi, welcome to an episode of He vs. She. I'm Dave.
I'm Monica.
It's been a while since we've done one, but we're going to get back on schedule, starting with this one. And for this episode, we are going to review the made-for-television movie that was featured on the Sci-Fi Channel known as Sharknado. And Sharknado was aired as part of Sci-Fi's, and I don't know if it was actually made for Sci-Fi or not, but Sci-Fi licensed it and aired it during their annual Shark Week. And it has developed somewhat of a cult following. And we actually bought it on Blu-ray.
Oh no! It was the Blu-ray DVD combo for a whopping like $7.99.
Yeah. So anyway, and we watched it, and I'll let Monica start. What did you think about it?
I think obviously going into a movie called Sharknado, and if you're expecting some kind of Academy Award-winning performances, you're not going to get those, and probably this isn't the movie for you. But if you're just looking for a fun movie, this movie was hilarious. The more serious the actors got, the funnier it was. It stars Ian Ziering, who, 90210. And
the original
90210.
Beverly Hills 90210.
He was Steve. And then it starred everybody's favorite Hollywood train wreck, Tara Reid. Who, I think it was Tara Reid. The plastic surgery was kind of, but it was fun, You kind of knew who the red shirts were going in. You could tell the CGI graphics were over the top horrible, but at the same time, it worked for the movie. These same graphics had been like in Star Trek. Everyone would be like, oh, but it worked. So, if you go into it with no expectations of anything fabulous, you'll love this movie.
Yes, I agree. I thought it was very fun. I have somewhat low standards with science fiction, horror, films like that. I think they can be a little cheesy and campy and still be entertaining and fun. Again, there's nothing award-winning about it. Nothing that's 30 years from now. Actually, I do believe 20 years from now they'll still be talking about this movie, much in the same way they talk about some of the other bad/good movies that have cult followings.
Toxic Avenger.
The CGI in parts was not too bad. They got by with camera angles, I think, a little in quick shots. Some of it, there were parts where the sharks went down in the water and the water literally did not move. It was very unrealistic, but still, it was very entertaining, very fun. It wasn't overly violent and gory that but it had enough of it to make it, give it a sense of that. It had a lot of good comedic parts, intentional and unintentional. Some of their jokes were pretty funny in a cheesy sort of way. There were some things that were even more hilarious that were not intended to be funny.
I forgot. John Hurd has a small role in this, and when I saw that scroll on the screen during the beginning, I thought, oh my gosh, because John Hurd is, a rather credible actor with a pretty good resume, and he's hilarious.
Well, I think everybody did a good job in it. I think they didn't overplay what strengths they had. I usually do not like Tara Reid at all. In this one, I think they minimized her enough as an actress. They actually made her kind of the crabby ex-wife, which gave me just cause to dislike her. So there was a scene of the movie. I won't give the total spoiler. But scene of the movie. There was a great movie where Ziering's character, the main character, dives into a shark with a chainsaw.
Yes.
You have to see it to believe it. It was the scene of the movie. I going into it, I wondered how in the world they were going. What was the explanation for these sharks being in tornadoes or being on land? And
it was actually,
and they gave a decent enough explanation.
A plausible explanation.
Yeah, not maybe not likely to happen, but at least enough of one that you could watch it and not feel, well, they didn't give us anything. So it was good enough. Like I said, it was a fun movie, especially if you go into it expecting that. Just a fun movie to watch, to have a few laughs, and that's it. Don't have high expectations for it. So I enjoyed it. It's one of those movies that I probably will rewatch at some point in time down the road, just for that sake. It's not quite to the level of Starship Troopers yet in my let's see some creatures get killed and I want to watch it all over and over again type thing. But I liked it. I thought it was fun. I understand why it's got kind of this cult type following. It is the perfect movie for that. It has people in it that could, that some people really, really like. It has a whole storyline that people, it's just the perfect type of movie for a cult following. And it has sharks in it, which I don't know
Who doesn't like sharks?
Yeah, I don't know what the big thing with sharks right now is, but
Jaws.
That's all right. Yeah, well, yeah, but Jaws was great. Sharknado is no Jaws. It might be Jaws 3D, but it's not quite Jaws.
Hey, isn't that the one with Dennis Quaid and?
Yeah, I don't think any of them will probably acknowledge that they did it. But so I give it a thumbs up, not 2 thumbs up, but I give it 1 just for a fun movie. Again, we got it cheap. I'm sure it'll be shown again on Sci-Fi. They're actually making a Sharknado 2, which I'm assuming will be Shark Week next year or something. I don't know. So so if you're looking for a kind of a fun, quirky little actiony, borderline sci-fi type fantasy movie, whatever you want to call it, yeah, I highly recommend it. So
pop some popcorn and just jump right in.
Yep. So that's it for this episode of He vs. She. Again, go see Sharknado. You'll never look at chainsaws again the same. So that's it for this episode. Check us out, www.bro-stew.com. If you're watching us on YouTube, which I assume you are, please rate below us, give us a like, give us a subscribe, so that you can check out all of our videos, and we will see you next time.